Oh yeah, what's he picking up? Anything good?
2 CX500 turbos.
Nice. That's awesome. Hey guys, it's John over at Second Wind Cycles. It's part 2 of our Survivor series, or episode 2, I guess you could say. This here is a 1972 Triumph T100R Daytona. It's 500cc, 494 really. And this bike light looked familiar. If you watch any channels besides ours, which God I hope you do, this was BJ's bike from Brickhouse Builds, and I'll put a link in the description for his video. Way more knowledgeable about these bikes than I am. But how did I get it? It's a great story. So I decided to get into the adventure bike class, and BJ was selling a V-Strom. This is like summer of 2025. And I don't really work down there all that much, but I do work, I do construction. We ended up doing a job probably about an hour and a half away, and on a fluke, when I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, where everybody goes, the V-Strom came up, and I'd been looking for one for a while. It was a pretty good price. I drove out there and didn't realize really who it was at first, and then met BJ, and he's a solid dude. Totally cool. Gave me a tour of the whole shop, showed me some of his upcoming projects, gave me some tips on a couple bikes I was working on. Well, if you go into a shop, he's got a row of bikes, and one of the CBs that he has, I can't remember the name of it, the blue one, that's like his baby, and this bike was sitting there. And my father was in Vietnam. He was in the Navy, San Diego, Chula Vista, the naval station in Chula Vista from, I don't know, 67 to 70, I want to say he was stationed there. My dad was married to my mom, so he had a car. The single guys had motorcycles, and they would trade, because obviously you're not going to go grocery shopping on well, you could on a motorcycle, but my dad would take any chance he could to ride the motorcycles. There was two best friends. One had a CB 360, the other one had a 1970 Triumph T100R Daytona. This is 72, but looks identical. You wouldn't even know the difference. Even with a Bonneville 650, they're almost identical, except for the VIN numbers on the motor and some other stuff. But at any rate, I saw this bike, and I asked him if it was for sale, and I didn't realize that was like his bike row. Those were his, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm doing some content on it." And this was like summer of 2025. I'm like, totally understand, no problem. I'm like, if you ever sell it, please let me know. At least give me first dibs on it, because I told him the story of my dad and all that stuff. And well, fast forward to like Thanksgiving, and I'm talking to other contractors, just shooting texts, happy Thanksgiving. As I'm scrolling through, I see BJ's text from like 4 months before that, because it was right around the time we were working for all the other contractors. And I just shot him a text as like, hey, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. How's my Triumph going? Just kind of joking. And I got a response. And he said he was thinking about the story and thinking about everything, and asked me if I still wanted it. And I was in the back of my head, I'm like, this dude knows I would pay out the nose for this bike. So he's got me. He's absolutely 100% got me. And I asked him how much, and he could have been more fair on the price. And it was literally, as soon as he gave me the price, I'm like, I will be there in 2 days. It was like Thanksgiving. I obviously had family commitments, so I think I came down the day after Thanksgiving and picked it up, if I remember right, because I didn't want him to change his mind. And when I got down there, he rode it a couple times, and I was like, you sure you want to get rid of this? And he's like, you already drove all the way down here. So, BJ, thank you so much. I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of this one. But this is going to be part of the Survivor Series. We're not going to touch this bike. And since you're seeing this now, we're not going to release this till after. This is the other bike going into World of Wheels. We're going to bring the Christine the Chopper. We're bringing that, and this one's coming in to World of Wheels. This will be the other bike. But one thing BJ did say is he said that he never cleaned this bike. He changed the carbs. He rebuilt the carbs. Did something with the timing, flushed out the tank, and put in a brake light to make it street legal. And he said he never cleaned it, and I 100% believe him because this thing's filthy. So I actually think he got it out of a garbage dump, if I remember correctly. I think there was one of the bikes in one of his videos where he pulled out like 10 motorcycles. I want to say this is one of them. Don't quote me on that. He would know better than I would. But we'll do a walk around on the bike. We're going to detail this thing up. And we're going to ride it over the summer. We're going to have some fun. And if things work out like I'm hoping they're going to this year, we're a little less slow, or we're a little slower on the construction side. I've got my nephew's going to start taking over more stuff and give me a little more time. I would absolutely love to take this bike out to San Diego, down to the Chula Vista Naval Base, and ride this thing around and maybe get some pictures and relive some of the memories my dad had. So that's the story of it. So all the fathers, or all the fathers that are out there that are still here, your sons and daughters when you're gone will do ridiculously stupid and expensive things to keep your memory alive. And here you go. Not that this was ridiculously expensive. He gave me a hell of a deal on it, but to some people it might be. But let's do a walk around on the bike, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm shooting this on the GoPro too, so we're going to try this thing out and see how it is. So, as you can see, it's got some chips, it's got some scratches, it's got some dents. We're not going to touch this thing. We're going to shine this thing up, we're going to clean this pig, and we're going to make it look really super cool and super clean. It already looks cool, but it's cool how basic these bikes were back in the day. And check this out. Look at the engineering on that. I mean, that's to cool the front brake. I know they use these for racing. I'm sure that was a racing thing, but whatever. Little cool factoid that BJ pointed out, and I can't find it on here, but this date code is 1972 on these tires. These tires are original. They got a little bit of dry rot on them, but they're not horrible. We're gonna have to clean up the motor. Just clean it up. I mean, it's super dirty, you know. The seat is in perfect shape except for one little nick right there. You can see it, but I mean, it doesn't get any more basic than that, guys. There's not even a battery on this thing. It's all kickstart. And shifter. The shifter's on the right side, the brakes on the left. That's going to be fun in the summer. I'm sure I'm going to freak out and crash. First couple times will be nuts. But that is not a period correct turn signal, but we're going to leave it on there. I'll have to look up and see if I can find one, but I'm not even really worried about it. The exhaust is in good shape. I mean, if this thing is truly all original, that's effing awesome. Here's a Nebraska sticker. That's kind of cool. So we'll keep that on there. I'm not going to get rid of that. A little bit of seepage, nothing crazy. So, oh, and then it's also got, let's see if I can pull it up here. Almost 5,700 original miles. So this thing's just broken in. Just getting broken in. So let's put some mirrors on it. Just to make it a little bit more street legal. At least here it's got to have mirrors on it. But yeah, that's it, guys. We're going to put this out. We're going to run it. I'll throw some videos up in the summer of us driving it. And it's cool. I rode it over here. This thing screams. It's fun.